What's up, guys? Wow, Fury in here. Just doing a little Fury Warrior guides. Today I'm just going to be going over basically what I run for talents. If you're new to Warrior, I'll go over the weapon traits and the pathing you need to take on that. My look on most of the talents. Just going to be doing basic stuff with the Warrior today. Just to hope that you guys get prepared for your Night Hold raids. If you're struggling on the Warrior, you're kind of lost, don't know what you want to do. I'm just going to tell you how I want to do it. I don't go with Dragon Roar. Hold on. I don't know why it's taking so long to get into this instance. Anyway, I'll be running over to my class hall in just a minute here. Going over some rotations. Just the basics, though. I'll make a more in-depth guide later on, going over like micromanaging. I'll get into it a little bit, but for the most part, I'll kind of stay out of all that until next video. This is taking entirely too long. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're going to run up to Skyhold. Going to run over, talk about the artifact traits first, since that'll be the fastest and most basic. And I need to put my points, trying to get two birds with one stone here. Okay, so when you start out, you're going to go here, obviously, and then what you want to do is you want to come down this way and go up. What I went with was my execute first, went down and got sense death. This is very important. You basically have no hit penalty. So then you'll come down here, you'll get this one, you'll come here, and you'll start here, go down. Then from here, you come back over here, get this, back over here, get this, and that'll be it for that. That's really all you need to know about this. Now, what I really want to talk about is the talents. Now, I'm going to go over all these pretty much. This is what you want to do if you're questing, doing world quest. If you're doing like lower keys, you'll want to go with this. This will be your main. You'll really never go with this. It's not important. I guess it's alright. It got a little buff, but it's not really worth it. Shockwave will be your mythic plus. Most of your dungeons, questing, this will be your go-to, really PvP everything. You can take this for mainly RBGs, but I would still take Stormbolt over Double Tom. That's just me, it's personal. Hold on, let me get in here. Oh, that was so fail. I'm so embarrassed. Let me get up in here. Just kill these goons. Kill this guy. Jump back out. That was kind of mean, but still got distracted. Avatar. Be your 20-second, 20%. It's my favorite. It's what I take all the time. You could take Wrecking Ball for your mythics also. Outburst, I don't really see a reason taking this. It did get buffed a little bit by reducing the cooldown of your Enrage, or your Berserker Rage to 15, or by 15, and then Furious Charge, it's alright if you're going to be charging a lot, but I don't see the instance where you're going to go in, fight, and then run out and charge back in. Bounding Stride is, I like it for RBGs, but Warpaint, I know that you're not going to be taking as much damage, but you will still take damage. It did get, nerfed back in 7.0, I think, or 7.1 actually, and, it's only 5% of what it would be without it, but still 5% is kind of a lot. Massacre, I wouldn't take this unless you have the ring, honestly. Yeah, this ring right here. That's the only time I would really take that. Other than that, Frothing Berserker, he got a buff. It was 10% damage increase. Now it's 15. It's a very nice talent now. Carnage. I see a lot of people still take this. I prefer to use Frothing Berserker just because of the 15% increased damage. This is where I was talking about the micromanaging coming in. You don't really want to... Here, alright, let's say you hit 99. And then you come over here, you Bloodthirst. Now you're at 100, and then you use your Raging Blow. You're kind of wasting your rage generation, when instead you should have Bloodthirsted, then use your Rampage. That's what I mean when I say micromanaging. You want to just make sure you're not using your generators to overflow. You don't want to ever overflow your rage. You want to dump it right when you hit 100, so you get that proc. A lot of people aren't doing that when they take Frothing Berserker, and that's a main problem. And that's where a lot of people get a Carnage, because it's a lot easier to use. Bloodbath, I don't really ever take this, but it does the bleed, 40%. I don't really like it. This right here, instead of using it kind of makes your rotation harder, because your enrage is an RNG, so you're dumping all of your enraged time into Raging Blow. I don't really like it, because then you're not really getting your Rampage to the max that it could be. So Inner Rage would definitely be the one to go with. Raging Blow doesn't cost enrage, deals increased damage. Now these are the 3 talents. No one really goes with Blade Storm. It's pretty nice in like RBGs, because the immune to the movement and pairing effects. But other than that, I don't really like it. Reckless Abandon got buffed to make your battle cry last 2 seconds longer, which is really good, because what ends up happening is, before you would use your battle cry, you'd get 100 rage, and then you would you'd want to use Rampage, Odin's Fury, Raging Blow, get all those crit. You want those to crit. Those are your highest damage. Then you would kind of lack on the Bloodthirst, because it'd be cutting close. Depending on your haste, would depend on if you were able to get that enrage from your Bloodthirst. Now with the extra 2 seconds, you're gonna get the Bloodthirst to crit, and it's gonna get you enraged. It's really, really good. Dragon Roar, the percent damage increase was dropped by 4%. It still crits, but I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I don't like the Dragon Roar. It's never been intriguing, and it hasn't popped out in damage for me. But basically, like I said before, your rotation, you're gonna charge in, you're gonna generate until you get enough to use your Rampage. And now a trick I want to show you is, when you Rampage without Battle Cry, you click it, then you click Battle Cry, and then the first set of Rampages crit. You might miss the first 2 or 3. They won't crit, but you'll always have those last 2 that crit. So watch. Then you pop it. Then those crit, and then those crit. Then you want to go with Odin's Fury, Raging Blow. Then you will always get this enrage proc from your crits. By that time, you can rampage again. It'll reset. That's what I was meaning with that extra 2 seconds. You'll always get Bloodthirst to crit. You'll always get that extra Enrage. Now, you want to prioritize haste. It's definitely your best stat. Now, I'm going to show an example. So, let's say you're on a boss and you manage to get your ring proc if you have it. No, this is just if you have this ring. It's very common. It's like the most common legendary, which got buffed, and I actually enjoy it now because of the interrupts. But let's just say you land your Sifu's proc. You got that. Now you have 61. Then you get Hero. Boom, you're at 101 increased. That's if you have 29%. You're going to be attacking so fast that when it comes down to the execute phase, depending on the boss, you'll definitely get a quick 10 stacks on your execute within the first 20 seconds, which is really good. Depending on the boss. Like if the boss has a spot to where you can't execute, you want to like focus on trying to make sure you can execute. For example, if you're doing your mechanics right in every raid, you should be able to stack your executes. Scorpion, let's just say him. He's got Shockwave, I think. Yeah, right here. It'll knock you back. Now, what you can do when he knocks you back in that last 20% phase, you can pop your charge. You'll run back to him while you're being knocked back. You can stack your executes. You want to focus on that last 20% because that's really where that damage is going to come from. Because if you can get about 25 stacks or more, your executes definitely paid off that fight. Let's see. Honor talents. Okay. Now, this Warrior's got disarm back, and I really love that. You know, it's awesome. You're not really going to use it against certain comps, though. This will be your I'm going against the caster comp. You want to go with reinforced armor. Hardiness is alright, but most casters are going to burst you past your 80% pretty easily. You want that 10% increase. Sparring, definitely against your melee. Disarm for your melee, depending on the melee. If you're going against like a rogue, honestly, disarm is extremely timed because they can dodge this. If you're going against the arms warrior, they can parry this. It's like a time thing. You kind of just want to focus on. You'll see their debuffs and you'll see their buffs. One thing to notice one thing that's helpful in like twos, you can right click their frames on the side here, or if you have an add-on. Let's see. Hopefully I can get one of these pretty quick. But you can pretty much right click their frame and it'll set focus automatically. You'll be able to see all their buffs, all their debuffs. I'm not going to do this, but you'll understand what I'm saying. Their name will pop up over here, unless it's like a mage that can go invisible. If you right click it and then they go invisible, it'll take the focus away. So you'll just have to re-right click. That's where you'll really know when to use like spell reflect, because you'll see their cast bars too, which is pretty cool. Let's see. Barbarian. I take this in the arenas also, but it just depends on the arena. Like a bigger arena is definitely going to get Barbarian, but Battle Trance is pretty good. They buffed Thirst for Battle, or no, Death Wish. It stacks 10 times. It used to be 5, I think. I don't like it. It's honestly, it's too dangerous. 10% of your health. It's just really risky. This increases the duration of your enrage when you use Raging Blow. It's alright, but Slaughterhouse is definitely my favorite. You can just keep healing on low targets. Battle Trance is another one. You use Raging Blow twice, you heal, and you get 5 rage every 3 seconds. I like it. But Barbarian Slaughterhouse are my main two. I've used this once. It puts your commanding shot on a 1-minute cooldown. I don't really think it's worth it, honestly. Spell Reflector, Rage Machine. These two will be the ones you want to take in PvP. But let's see if there's anything else I can talk about. No, not really. Just remember to do, when you do your rotation, charge, build up until you can enrage, or until you can rampage, then battle cry while you're rampaging. That way you still get those last 3 or 4 to crit. Then you cast rampage again, Odin's Fury, Raging Blow, then Bloodthirst. The reason you do that is there's actually a few main reasons. This is going to apply a dot for 4 seconds. Each of those dots will crit if you use it right after rampage. And by using Bloodthirst last, you'll reset your enrage proc by using this first, then this, then this, then this. And since these are your 2 generators, you want to use those last. This is going to be your filler, always. Oh, I'm glad I looked at that. Your set bonus. I want to talk about the set bonus. I actually really do like your set bonus, or our set bonus. It's the 2 sets, not that good, but it's pretty good. It's gonna basically put us at 100% if we stack it all 6 times. It's alright, but the 4 set is where it really gets big. It increases that duration by 1.5 seconds, and depending on how well your haste is, and how well you are at keeping your enrage uptimes, and how lucky you are with RNG, we're looking at it like a non-stop enrage. And since our melee is definitely up there on our damage boards, yeah, our melee is going to be up there. I'm just going to do a run through of my damage just to show you guys a little bit of how I do it. I found this to be like optimal. I've ran through so much, and it's very easy to fuck up with your micromanaging. It's a lot more focused than using the Dragon Roar. And honestly, I'm not like shaming you for using Dragon Roar. It's up to you. If you find that your damage is higher using Dragon's Roar, I respect that. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're doing it wrong, because it's not my place. Everybody feels comfortable with their own thing. I feel more comfortable using Reckless Abandon. I'm just, this is going to be the guide telling you how I play, man. And woman, if you watch this. This is going to be how I play. I'm not telling you you have to play like me, because, you know, everybody has their own little thing. Everybody finds, you know, their little rotations different. But the way I found the most optimal would be to use this. Most fights you'll be pulling, if you have the exact same stats as me, item level, you're going to be pulling around 400 to 500k every fight. Depending on how well you follow mechanics. If you're really focused on mechanics because you haven't done the fight, honestly, don't worry. Like, okay, these first few weeks of Nighthold, if you're getting into that, don't worry about your damage. Worry about getting those mechanics down. really important because who needs somebody that's gonna die? You know, I'd rather have 200K than somebody that's gonna pull 500K for the first minute and then die. So focus on your mechanics, guys. It's it's gonna be it's gonna get better. Those mechanics will come like they'll come to you pretty easily within the next 2 weeks. You'll be pulling the damage and doing the mechanics. You know, after a while, you'll kind of realize how easy it is. Just these first few weeks are going to be a little rough, worrying about mechanics. But you know what? Stick to this warrior, man. It's really fun. And if you're playing arms, you know, my arms is fucking doo doo. Like, I hate my arms. I mean, I don't hate the guns now, but I hate this arms. It's terrible, honestly. For me. These were my PvP talents. This is gonna be, well, this is 60 talent, really doesn't matter. This is gonna be what you're gonna use for your rating, your mythic pluses, pretty much. But I'm not really gonna get into the arms. This is just gonna be a quick view. Your PvP right here. Well, this is what I used to run with my PvP. This is what I choose. But, you know, I don't play arms. I know this got buffed. It hits an extra target. I think this got buffed. I want to say. This got buffed also. Because it used to not do that instant damage. Now it does. Focus Rage. Man, I hate the Rage Starvation. Like, if you ever played arms and you don't know what you're doing, you know about that Rage Starvation. It's fucking crazy. But I don't play arms. This duel, that seemed really cool. I don't know how it really works. Honestly, I didn't even know this was a fucking talent. It looks pretty cool. I liked this though. This really helped in RBGs. 100% crit to everybody within 10 yards. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. But stay breezy, guys. If you like this guy, just give it a thumbs up. Subscribe. Do whatever. This is actually my first video. And all feedback is welcome. Negative, positive. I'd really, if I'm doing something wrong, let me know. I'll try to fix it. If you like the guide, let me know. I'll keep making them. But next video, I really want to get deeper into the rotation and situationals. I do stream twitch.tv/WowFurian. I'll be streaming. We'll be doing Tichondrus, High Botanist, we're going to be doing High Botanist. Yeah, we're going to be doing Tichondrius, High Botanist, Magistrix, and then Gul'dan. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming that. Check in 7:30 my realm, which is age 1. So I think it's Central. I want to say it's Central. Right now I'm on Eastern, and it's an hour. So yeah, it's Central. I don't know. I'm all fucked up with my time zones. But tune into that. We'll be doing basically the fights. I'll be able to explain, do little rundowns if you want to check in. My raid nights are gonna be okay. They changed. They were Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday. Now they're gonna be Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And yeah, just give me your feedback, guys. I'd really appreciate it.